Hey guys, I'm getting slowed down a little bit. Just moved my lighting circuit from here and filled it back up so that I get the lights working, and I've pushed them over here. Now, you think that you can get your fingers in there? Well, you can't, and it's only going to be there until I can get some wood. Lights work perfectly well. Got it the first time. Now, this circuit here, not live, not even connected. That's that cable there. It's got to go to the end circuit breaker, which I'll get connected by someone. And yeah, what do you reckon? It's a bit of a nightmare. I had to extend all the wires down to the light. So anyway, what are we doing today? I'm thinking we're going to do that. This has got a bad battery in it. It is a Cyberpower. Can't remember the model number, but we're going to take it apart and have a quick look at it, and we'll see how we go. Always remember, don't play with electricity. If you don't know what you're doing, get a qualified electrician in to do your jobs, because literally you can kill yourself with this stuff. Now the lid's off, I'm going to get a blower and blow this out. I might just get the leaf blower and blow it out, because it's quicker than getting the compressor, and blow the whole thing out. And then the batteries are sitting all on here. So there's two kilowatts of batteries in here. Don't know whether these are. So this is how you clean a battery out. Okay, this is what the Cyberpower looks like internally. But you don't have to open it up to get the batteries out, because there's two screws at the front. And we'll go with that and see how that goes. Bit of a mistake. Don't forget the two screws are sitting right there. Okay, this would probably be better if it was actually in the shelf. These batteries come out by removing these two screws, and we'll work out the rest in a second. After removing these two screws, we end up with a fan, which we might need to give it a clean, and the power and the displays there. But the two screws we need to take out are those two screws there, and I think we have to unplug the negative and the positive, and we're on our way. When you take it off, you just slide it to that way and then lift it, turn it to the right, I mean. Then we're going to have to undo all these screws along here and unplug it. We might have to undo this as well, but I think this whole module here comes out if we undo these screws. We'll give it a try. While doing this, make sure you've got no rings or watches on. Mainly that watch might need to come off. Yeah, because you don't want to short yourself. Replace with the same batteries or relevant to the same ampage. After taking the battery apart, or taking those two screws out, this will pop out that connector. That's still connected, not a big problem at the moment. Then we have to remove these batteries. This is going to be a fun bit. Are we ready for this? Hopefully so. I'm going to put it light flat and see if I can get them out. Laying it flat is the go. It comes out quite easily. They're taped together. So then you have to get a multimeter out and check each one, and then put new new tape on them. Cellophane. So they're pretty heavy, so I'm going to have to turn you off and hold it down, put a bit of pressure on there. This will reduce the weight of the batteries in the compartment, so you can lift it up and move it around quite easily now. They're quite a bit of weight. Here are the batteries. They're the type that you need. Need to replace those. First thing you need to do is multimeter them. You might only have to buy one or two of them. And with this economy now, probably a good idea to just check one or two. Now for people playing around with the multimeter for the first time, put it on DC volts. I think most of my viewers would know all this stuff anyway, but just check each one. That's your pos, that's your neg, and it goes all the way down the line. Okay, all these 3 batteries tested about 13 volts. Very good for them, and I'll check the other side now. Or actually, I'm going to have to take, if you know what you're doing, I took one of these off. You're better off wearing gloves with this too. I took one of these off the positive rail, then second one off positive rail, and then I removed the negative rail to the main front. Okay, now that they're all back together again, there was no spark because there's no load on them. You'll be able to put it back together into the unit, and yeah, happy days. All complete, everything's reversed. Just put the 8 screws back in the front panel, put the other 2 screws in once you've locked it in, then put the other side in. Give it a quick clean before you finish with it, so that, you know, if you're going to get rid of it, you'll be able to. Just replace this, put it back in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and there's 2 down. Just over here, 1 there, 1 on the other side of that. To remove. Now I just have to put the cover back on. Alright, we'll pop that in. It's in position. I'm missing one of these screws, which I dropped somewhere, but I'll find them both and pop them in there. To popping those 2 screws in, just pop that back on. Should just go straight 2 screws up, and you're there. You're finished. Then you can turn it on and work out why it keeps coming up with needing a service. See, it says battery expired. How do I clear that? Replace batteries, but there's nothing wrong with the batteries. I just worked out if I press the power button and the enter button at the same time for a period of time, it turns the battery on, which I didn't know beforehand. So that's something new. I've learned off this Cyberpower.